I'm Josh Strauss. I'm a journalist and producer at The Guardian, and I'm very excited to introduce this film to you today because it's one of my favourites, Eve's Bayou. I watched this film as a teenager, and to this day, it still haunts me. The depth of feeling in this film is so incredibly moving, it's one you'll never forget. The film is set in the early 70s during a long Louisiana summer. We meet 10-year-old Eve Baptiste, who discovers that beneath her family's stable facade lies secrets. The narrative twists and turns, and it's exciting, but it's also rich, exploring themes of community, family, relationships, folklore. Seeing these experiences through a child's eyes specifically had so much more resonance for me as a teenager. I felt very connected to Eve and her siblings, and the performances are absolutely incredible for child actors. I think a lot of them were discovered for the first time. This film is one that I've referenced in my Guardian video series Black Enough, in an episode that looks specifically at the misconceptions around Louisiana voodoo. It's a fantastic example of a black-made horror film that confronts and subverts all the usual stereotypes around voodoo and black magic. The brilliance of Kasi Lemmons here is that she puts the power and the magic in the hands of a little girl. This is something I discussed with Robin R. Means-Coleman, who's the author of Horror Noir. She says that this choice makes the film pedagogical, and it becomes a teaching and learning moment. You have to respect the magic. It's not just something that you can wield and exact revenge and grab your love interest, which is the way it was so often portrayed by white directors from the 30s onwards. So then it becomes so much less about the magic itself and more about our relationships and listening and understanding. And as such, voodoo is positioned as an important element or facet of this story, but the film is so much more concerned with the people of this story. And it's important because it's important to them. Secondly, the film shows a rich and uplifting diversity within blackness. It shows black pain, but it also shows black joy. Each character is smart, beautiful, they each have distinct personalities and individual contributions that are fully realised. At the time this film was made, that kind of depth and sophistication were rarely seen in films that featured black people. Black representation over the decades has so often been controlled by white filmmakers, and it carries so many historical misconceptions, and often centres a white perspective. But as Kasi Lemmons showed in the mid-90s, by offering a new perspective, she was able to challenge and unravel those misconceptions. So all that's left to say is enjoy the movie, and I hope you like it as much as I did.